With not a lot of football obviously being played right now, the mind tends to wander, so we challenged both Joleon and John, at least 10 minutes before we came on air, to come up with a team that could challenge for the Premier League this season, in their opinion, but they could only pick players from clubs outside of the top six. So this is what they came up with. Was it fairly straightforward, gentlemen? Pick your goalkeeper?
Yeah. I think, what, did we cap it at 2 players per team?
Yes, per team. Maximum 2 per team.
So there wasn't much debating, to be fair. We were kind of in sync with who we thought. We had picky. Burnley have, what, 10 clean sheets, equaling anyone else in the Premier League, so that kind of made sense to pick him.
Yeah. It's all debatable. This is why it's called the debate. I think there's people at home going to be saying, "What do they?"
That's nonsense.
I can't believe they've gone with that team. We've gone for Rose at left back. You know, for me, I think he's a quality left back. We could have gone with Taylor at Burnley. We could have gone with Dean at Everton, but you know, we both decided.
Actually, I was earwigging a bit. You were trying not to pick too many Burnley players, weren't you?
Well, we had. Yeah,
that's why we put the cap on. So obviously, when you put the cap on, you kind of restrict.
Yeah, but that's a compliment to Burnley.
Oh, 100%. There's a compliment to a lot of teams and a lot of players individually, but we've short amount of time. We've got 10 minutes to pick a team, so.
OK, so you got Rose at left back. Who are your centre-halves?
Egan as well.
From Sheffield
United, you know, they're doing so well. Sheffield United. Chris Wilder's been exceptional. If it wasn't for Klopp, you know, 1 loss, everything else, Liverpool, I think Chris Wilder would have been right up there for Manager of the Year, in my opinion. And the right back, might surprise a few people who've gone with Aarons.
Max Aarons.
From
Norwich. What about your mate, Zabletta? Was he not getting a shout?
Who, sorry?
Zabletta.
Nah, Zaba needs to play. He hasn't been playing that well. I mean, not playing that much, sorry. Not well, sorry. He hasn't played that much, but yeah, quality advert for the Premier League. Again,
the midfield as well. I'm not saying this was hastily put together, but no room for Ozil?
Are you sure?
over Jack Grealish? No. No chance. I think Jack Grealish might get in the team of the year, never mind the outside.
He wouldn't play centre mid anyway. He'd have to play a 3 up top, and he'd have to play Ozil in behind the front 2. I don't think he wouldn't get around the pitch for you with centre mid in a 4, would he?
No.
Right,
all due respect.
So you're telling me there is no place for Dele Alli in that team?
I think there's an argument for Dele Alli, but we're going off. We only could have one attacking midfielder, and we went for Jack Grealish, who deserves his place. As I said, I think if there's an argument for him to be in the team of the year, never mind the kind of team outside the top 6. So definitely, if you've only got one.
We went for Kapui as well.
Yeah,
in terms
more stability.
Of Nigel Pearson, in terms of the turnaround, I think he's been crucial for Nigel in the middle of the park there at Watford. Technically excellent. And the other player I really like, I watched him at Newcastle a few weeks ago, is McNeil for Burnley. You know, his delivery is fantastic. And what I like about him as a centre-forward, he looks to put the ball in early. You know, he thrives on crosses. His manager must say to him, look, I'm judging your performance today and how many crosses you put in. Yeah. And centre-forwards, you know, you're only as good as your service, aren't you? Yeah. So he is one who puts it in the box regular.
Up top, was this easy?
Yeah. Again, obviously, the amount of goals Ings has scored definitely gets in there again. Again, in a disservice to him, the Euros being next year, he could miss out on opportunity. But Aubameyang goes in any team.
Could they play together?
Yeah, I think they could. I think Ings is selfless in terms of his game. Yeah, he scores a lot of goals and likes to score, but I think he can work in a 2 or 1 up front. So, and Aubameyang's a top quality striker, so I'm sure he could play with anyone.
Of course, that's a fantasy 11. John, somebody tweeted me, if you could choose any Premier League team in the history of the Premier League that you could have played for, who would it have been?
Well, I'm a Liverpool supporter. I always supported Liverpool growing. Ian Rush was my hero, Welsh, centre-forward, everything else. But I have to say, I was envious of the Manchester United centre-forwards right throughout my career, because I used to think you have Ryan Giggs on one side. Well, I played with Giggsy with the national team for many years. Unbelievable player, pace, incredible. And David Beckham on the other side. So I'm thinking, as a centre-forward, I get a field day. He's almost picking you out, you know. You don't have to literally lose defenders and everything else. These guys were with so much quality. So it would have to be Manchester United. Paul Scholes as well, threading them little balls through to you, you know, with the right weight and everything else, defensively solid. So for me, it would have been that Manchester United era when Giggs and Dennis Irwin, maybe Gary Neville backing up.
Maybe Gary Neville.
Yeah, backing up, obviously, David Beckham. So that would have been, for me, that would have been spoilt in terms of...
I can see you licking your lips at the balls going in.
Exactly.
I was thinking of coming in, yeah.
Now, you obviously did.
Yeah.
So, if you take Manchester City out of the equation...
Byron, the team that I've played for...
Centre-half.
Half. I wouldn't even look at it from that. I'd say the Invincible team. I think the fact that no one's done that before, and it doesn't look like anyone's going to do it in the near future. So, be a part of that that team would be unreal.
Was that 98?
After that, no.
Was it after that?
2004.
Yeah. 2004,
Oh, was it really? Because I left Arsenal in 97 to join West Ham.
Yeah.
And they won the double in 98.
Yeah, that was
a good decision, that was, wasn't it?